Good afternoon, ladies and gents. Welcome to another extreme fitness workout. Today we're going to do a little bit of fancy things, a little bit of playing around and stuff like that. So you might not get a full cardio workout from it, but you will get that technical ability to try harder things now. So what's going to happen? Do a normal warm-up. Going to warm up, skip 1 minute, stretch 30 seconds, skip 1 minute, stretch 30 seconds, skip a third round, stretch a third round. So we're going to stretch your upper body, middle body, lower body. Once you're done with that, we can start our class. So you finish your warm-up, the body's nice and loose, the body's nice and stretched. So what's going to happen? Nice and easy from there, in that fighting stance, against that bag, against that wall, against that partner, whatever you have, nice and easy. Jab, cross, third one you're going to miss. Remember with the third one, we take that step when we miss. So we're chasing our opponent to the opposite side of that hand. Other hand comes up, back to the face of the old one. As I turn, spinning back first, and I return back the way I came. So again, from there, nice and simple. Jab, cross. Jab, the fist comes up, I turn my back on my opponent, and I hit him with the back of the hand against the side of the face. You see how my feet haven't turned all the way, they've stayed pointing in one direction, and back. So I can pivot on the point, but I'm not doing this. And hitting. So again from there, jab, cross, third one, miss, so I'm chasing him in that direction, spinning back first, back to fighting stance. Nice and fast, or a mediocre speed. From there, back to fighting stance. We're going to do only 10 reps, or you're going to be too dizzy. Alright, ladies and gents, this being a technical class, we're going to add to it now. So nice and simple, same fighting stance as before. So that weak leg in front, strong leg at the back. From there, jab, cross, jab. That spinning back fist. We've just done it. Now I'm going to return back the way I came. So this hand comes back to my face. I pivot again, reverse spinning back fist, back to fighting stance. And both of these, as the punch says, it's the back of your fist hitting the side of your opponent's head. So 1, 2, 3, spinning back fist, reverse spinning back fist, back to fighting stance. So again from that nice and fast or mediocre speed, 1, 2, 3, spinning back, reverse spinning back, back to fighting stance. 10 reps. So combo number 3, we're going to do a little bit of more variant now. So from there, nice and simple, jab, cross, bob it, 1, 2, 3, and repeat that spinning back fist and back to fighting stance. So that whole point of the 3 punches or the third miss is to chase him in the direction of that spinning back fist. I don't want to just spin and he's got the option to go to the one side and get out the way. I want him to have only one option, and that's the option where I'm hitting. So 1, 2, you see how I step? That's going to force him that way. From there, that spinning back fist, that's the whole point of those 3 punches. So, to put the whole combo together, jab, cross, bob, 1, 2, 3, spinning back fist, back to fighting stance. If I do it nice and fast, let's say what, back to fighting stance. Okay, so you're going to do 20 reps now of this combo by yourself. If you get a little bit of dizzy, don't worry, take a bit of a breather, then continue. Alright ladies and gents, so combo number 4, we're going to move on to a bit of the kicks we did last time in your last class. Nice and simple, sticking with that jab, cross, jab. So that dummy move to force him in a direction that I can counter him in. So 1, 2, 3, that foot's going to come up, spinning back kick, back to fighting stance, back to fighting stance. So again from there, nice simple, 1, 2, take that step with that foot. Make him think that you're turning and that you're in trouble. Foot's going to come up, thrust, back to fighting stance. Nice and easy. So that thrust, nice and simple. Remember, it's a push. Push the leg in and bring it back out. Nice and simple. So again from there, nice and easy in the fighting stance. 1, 2, 3. I turn, I'm going to push that leg out, push, kick, back to fighting stance. Nice and easy. You're going to do 20 reps of that for me. Okay, so we're going to do another variation of this. So nice and easy, same combo. 1, 2, 3. Foot's going to come out for that side thrust. So it's a push, kick, land in side stance. So side stance, both feet are parallel. My body that's facing the opponent's over there. There, minimized. In line with each other to hide the body. From there, nice and simple, second side thrust. Back to fighting stance. I don't have a lot of space to work with. Hopefully you've got a little bit more space to work with. From there, 1, 2, 3, foot comes up, spinning back thrust, back to fighting stance. Nice and easy. Remember that thrust, perpendicular to the floor, pushing outwards the stomach. Don't leave it there, don't drop it. Snap it back. So nice and simple with that foot. You snap it back. You don't want him to catch it. So again, last one. Back to side stance. Back to fighting stance. 20 reps. Alright ladies and gentlemen, so I don't want you to get too dizzy now because our focus today is on that jab, cross, jab, or that dummy punch, spinning back fist or spinning back kick, but a lot of spinning, and that spinning is going to get you very dizzy. It's not very to your detriment when you fight, or it's to your detriment when you fight. Because the more you spin, the more dizzy you're going to get. So you're not going to use a lot of them, but they do come in handy when you overstep or you make a mistake or turn your back on your opponent. So just to get it nice and normal, we're going to work on that spinning back thrust just to get it. Once again, it is a spin. It is going to make you dizzy, but that foot's going to come there. We're going to spin, no punch, and we're going to push that kick out and back down. So it's going to complement the last combo that you did. It's nice and simple. You're just going to turn, back comes up, and push back to fighting stance. 20 reps. Okay, so we just did the spinning back thrust. So we're going to do a jumping spinning back thrust. So let's break it down, simple, easy to start with. So same thing, not going to punch, just going to do the kick by itself so you get used to it. So you take that step over, foot's going to come across. Hopefully I can do it because I've been out of practice for a while. That foot comes up. So what's going to happen is as you kick, I'm just going to bend the knee, I'm not going to kick, going to hop. Okay, now in competition, any hop, small hop, centimeter hop, millimeter hop, if you hop and you make impact to the body, 2 points, impact to the head, 3 points. In a fight, looks flashy. I'm not going to say it's the best type of kick, but it will get to your opponent and take him by surprise. So, nice and simple. And if you execute it right, it is quite devastating. So, in that fighting stance, you're going to take that step. It's going to come up and we're going to kick. Nice and simple. So you see, I don't have to jump very high to achieve the kick. Yes, obviously, jumping with a kick is to achieve height. But we practice, we start off slowly. If your floor is soft, even better, because then you don't mind falling. If not, take it slowly or do it in the pool. So, nice and simple from there again. I'm going to spin, foot's going to come up, and spinning thrust. Back to fighting stance. So again, nice and fast, going to say one. I'm going to throw one punch just to get my momentum. You don't need to do it. You can just take a step. So there, and back down. And eventually what we're going to try and do, we're going to try and get head height. So I only want 10 reps of this from you. Alright, so this brings us to our next spinning kick, okay? So the first one was a spinning thrust, that is a push. So from there the foot comes up, push him away, and back down. The next one we call a spinning roundhouse kick. And like a roundhouse kick, it is the side of the body that the focus is. Roundhouse kick, we go for the side of the body, sides of your opponent. So this is for the side of the head. How do you achieve this with the foot? You have to hit with the bottom of the foot. Okay, so nice and simple, very similar to that spinning side thrust. I go from there, foot's going to come up, but now I'm going to hook him with the kick. So another name for the kick, spinning hook. Foot comes up, and I come back down. So your bottom of your foot will slap against your opponent's face. It's no longer a push, but a slap. So again, from there, nice and simple, I step and spinning roundhouse kick. You must be careful of that curtain that I don't make impact and fall. So again, from there, nice and simple, I take that step, foot's going to come up, hands by my face, spinning roundhouse kick, and back, bottom of the foot hitting my opponent's face. So okay, step, spinning roundhouse kick, back to fighting stance. Only 10. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, so let's put that spinning roundhouse kick, remember it's a slap against the face, into context or into a combo that's going to work. So we're going to do very similar to what we did before. Jab, cross, bob. 1, 2, 3. Now that foot is ready for that spinning roundhouse kick. Spinning roundhouse kick, back to fighting start. I've got a little bit of issue with space here. I'm a tall guy. It's hard to work in within a 1.5 meter space for me, but it does teach me now to fight close. So different circumstances, teaching different lessons. You might have space, you might not, but try it out. So again, from there, nice and simple. Jab, cross, bob. 1, 2, 3. Spinning roundhouse kick, back to fighting stance. Let's try it one more time. Fast. Back to fighting stance. Your turn, 20 reps. Right, ladies and gents, so let's take it a step further now. So we're only going to do 10 reps of the next one. It's very similar. We're not going to do the bob and the weave. We're going to go jab, cross, jab. Foot's going to come up, spinning round, roundhouse kick, back to fighting stance. Hopefully your surface is not as sticky as mine, or not as sandpapery. It is quite coarse. So again, from there, nice and simple. Jab, cross, jab. Foot's going to come up, spinning roundhouse, roundhouse, back to fighting stance. So that foot's not touching the floor with that roundhouse kick. Okay, from 1, 2, 3, spinning roundhouse, roundhouse, back to fighting stance. 10 reps. Alright, ladies and gents, so now comes to our fun part. We're done with the combos or with the techniques now. It's quite in tune techniques, all focusing on that spinning round So spinning back thrust, spinning back hand, spinning roundhouse kick. There are more spinning roundhouse kicks. We will get up to them, and we will get to them. I want you to try practice these ones and get used to it. So part of the practice now is to implement it into free form. So you're going to fight as if that person was fighting you, shadow box. So you're fighting a fictitious person in front of you. He hits back, he moves around. So you need to move and you need to get out of the way of him. So you attack, then you defend. You're going to fight him free form, 1 minute. You can use whatever you want, any techniques you like, but I want you to try and implement the techniques that we have done in this class. So a lot of that spinning back first, a lot of the spinning back thrust, the spinning jumping thrust, the spinning roundhouse kick. You can even try to do even harder techniques than that if you want. It's up to you. But try implement those, add them to your different combos, use the combos I've given you. 3 rounds, 1 minute, 30-second stretch in between. Ladies and gents, that concludes our class for today. Good technical class. Practice it. It's not very hard technique. It is a little bit different to our normal cardio technique because you can't force it into cardio. You can't do repetitions of it because you do get dizzy, but it is going to enhance your normal technique. So let's practice it, get used to it, keep it up. I'll see you for your next class.